Sophie reviews the total cost estimate of the project. She is relieved that it is less than the $60,000 budget, giving her a small contingency fund. However, she also knows from experience that costs often are higher than estimated, and they will need to be managed closely throughout the project. To do so, in addition to the amount of the estimated costs, she will need to know when they are planned to occur. For example, if $30,000 is spent by the halfway point of the project, does this mean the project will meet its budget? What if more of the costs will be incurred near the end of the project? This could indicate that the project will be over budget. Opening her laptop, Sophie creates a spreadsheet as follows. For each row, she lists each phase of the project: initiating, planning, executing, closing. Within each phase, she creates a row for the HR costs and other non-HR costs, if there are any for the phase. For each column, she lists each week of the project, 8 in total. Using the project schedule and the planned costs that are contained in the detailed estimates, she begins to fill in the cells of the spreadsheet. For example, for the week ending March 27th, her calculations would be as follows. The Initiate the Project activity is planned to start and finish in 3 days. The project manager, Sophie, plans to spend 50% of her time on this activity. Because her daily rate is $800, this results in a total planned cost of $1,200, $400 per day times 3 days. This amount is placed under the March 27th column for HR costs in the initiating phase. The first 2 days of the Plan the Project activity is also planned to start during this week. There are 2 resources assigned to this activity, 50% of the project manager's and 100% of the business analyst's time. This results in a total planned cost of $2,080, $400 per day times 2 days for the project manager, plus $640 per day times 2 for the business analyst. Sophie continues to calculate the planned cost for each of the remaining 7 weeks of the project schedule. For the non-HR cost, she determines when these costs will likely occur. Based on the schedule, the banner stands, $1,000, will be ordered during the week ending April 10th. The cards, $2,000, during the week ending April 17th, and the cameras and tripods during the week ending April 24th. All of these costs will occur during the executing phase. Once complete, she double-checks her work to ensure that the total cost in her new spreadsheet, $56,520, matches the total of the cost estimates that she developed earlier. Once the planned cost for all weeks are calculated, the detailed budget is complete.